there is going to be a fantastic eclipse of the sun across the entire country on April 8th. My name is Bill Gottesman, and I'm going to show you how you can follow this eclipse with your own sundial that you print on a flat piece of paper, like this. And if you're lucky enough to be in a region where the eclipse will be total, well then this isn't for you. This sundial works best for people who will be viewing the event from a location where the eclipse is partial. Here is how you make a pinhole card. You have a piece of paper, or preferably an index card. You take a pen or pencil and you make a small hole about the size of your pen cartridge, or about 1/8 of an inch across. That's all you have to do. I'll show you how to use this to view an eclipse. Alternatively, you'll get a better image to see on the ground if you use binoculars, but don't look through them at the sun. You will be pointing them at the sun, and the sun will project out the back of the binoculars onto the ground, giving you a very clear image. You want binoculars with low magnification if you're going to do this, because the image from a high magnification, 8 power or higher, is going to be too large. The image will be too magnified to hold still on the ground. I have a 4 power binoculars. You could use a 6 power birding binoculars. The light comes in the front and out the back, and to help create a shadow around the image of the sun, I'm going to put a cover over the front of my binoculars so only one of the lenses can receive light. This web page is eclipsesundial.com, where you will print your Eclipse sundial. Where it says longitude and latitude, you put in the coordinates of your location. I'm going to choose a place just north of St. Louis, Missouri, let's say 41 degrees latitude and 90 degrees longitude. The time zone there is the Central Daylight Time Zone, and I'm going to refresh the page. The animation you see is the image that you will see on the ground as projected through your pinhole card. The animation is sped up, compressing about 2 hours of viewing. You will see that there's a fine line that is shown connecting the tips of the sun crescent, and that line rotates during the eclipse. This is what you will use to tell the time and to follow the progress of the eclipse. The orientation of that line is displayed down the side of the page with the times given for a specific orientation. By printing the page, the sundial appears on the left-hand side here, and you print the page, lay it flat on the ground, and you will be able to follow the eclipse. You will note. To show how to use the sundial, I'm going to fake an eclipse with a flashlight and a disc that moves across. I've set the paper sundial on the ground, facing north as best as I can. And there's a way to fix the alignment if you're not certain, which I'll now show you. I have my pinhole card, and when I hold it over the dial before the eclipse starts, the sun will look like a circle or an oval. The eclipse will start, or let's say the eclipse is now started, and I try to align it to I will try to align it to one of the lines on the sundial. If I happen to know that the exact time of the alignment, I can turn the dial to match the sun as a one-time alignment procedure, and the paper will now be properly aligned for the rest of the eclipse. As the eclipse progresses, I can simply move the card with my hand until I find the line that the sun crescent matches, and that will be the time. Let me show you how to use the sundial with the binoculars that we previously set up. I have the front of the binoculars pointed towards the sun or flashlight here, and the eyepieces are pointed towards the sundial paper. I focus the sun's image with the binocular focusing mechanism, and you can see how crisp and sharp the sun appears, much better than with a pinhole card. The crescent tips are sharply focused and easy to align with the proper line on the sundial. It will take a steadier hand to hold the image still with binoculars because it is magnified. That's it! Make your sundial. Make friends. Enjoy the eclipse.